so depressing. Each year it gets worse. Not that I'm surprised. I was so saddened when I heard a Caribbean news. There was a radio program on, and that was part of the discussion. A 13-year-old girl was raped and was threatened that if she told anyone, they're going to kill her. And that didn't dismay the child because her rights, her innocence were violated. And she went, I don't remember if it was with her father or another family member. And they made a report at the police station. And guess what? They came for her and her family. So she lived with her father and her father's brother, which is her uncle. And they killed her, they killed the uncle, and the uncle was not somebody that was mobile. He was wheelchair bound. And they made attempts to kill the father also, but from the program, they mentioned that the father was still alive, but he was in critical condition in the hospital. And until today, I don't know if the father lived, he survived. And time and time again, it has been playing upon my mind that we now live in a world whereas we can't even speak for our rights and we're not under attack. And knowing that I have children and I also have a daughter, my mind went very far. And I can even remember some of the teachings just keep coming back to me. If if I am being raped or somebody raped my daughter or attacked my family in any way, how I still have to forgive them. And I know it's gonna be hard because trust me, men or people in general, they do you some simple basic things, and we tend to think it hard to forgive at times and hard to let go. Much more situations like those. But I know that if I want to be saved, I have to try my best to forgive those individuals. The Lord knows what each and every one of us can bear. And I hope and pray to God that that doesn't hit my home. Because I'm so I'm so saddened. And sometimes when I hear persons say they don't watch news anymore. It's hard to hear them say that, but they do have a point and a reason why they say that. Because it's a lot to bear, you know. These things are not happening to some of us, but when we hear them, oh gosh, you feel it. You really feel it. Ah, boy. But I am thankful and grateful that there is a God, all right? And He sees and He knows all these things before they happen. And there were times when I could just leave my grill open and be in my home. Nowadays, mm-mm, the least opportunity me get to lock my door and my grill, I'm doing it. And then I like say, oh, you don't trust and you don't believe in God. Mm-mm. You have to use wisdom too. You have to use wisdom. Within 24 hours of making that report, I can remember being at home one night. I think it was me and my son was at home, and I think I was ironing the night. Yeah, I think I was ironing the night, their clothes, their school clothes. And to tell you how comfortable I was in my home, but not even did I look for anybody turn up. And I was so frightened. I know my heart skipped so many beats. And even after I saw the person, it's like I can't come to reality say, how this is somebody here reach right at my doorstep so quick. The man come right up on my doorstep. Me I mean, I pay attention to outer gate because the place is not fenced. So persons can just walk by, walk through with ease. And you don't know. You know, not even footstep me no hear. Me I tell you, say not even footstep me no hear. And the only thing me know is the man reach right at the grill pan the step. And he must say, um, beg you something. I say me frighten, me say me frighten, me frighten, me frighten, me frighten, me frighten. The next thing they left for me do a pee up myself. Or frighten maybe. Me have to just say to him, say, look here, me not have nothing for you. Go on home. Leave this property. And I was also thankful that the grill did lock. Because the man or the man I move, he come in like say, he want to come closer and closer. Where am I going to come through the grill? But it seems as if it's one of the two things. Maybe he was drunk. But to me, he wasn't fully conscious. He wasn't fully conscious. And even if me did have something for give, where more, how frightened maybe me in the dog get it. Because secondly, me not entertain nobody will just come up on my doorstep so. And worse come frighten me. Next thing you take this as a habit and you come back again. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not doing it. And whether it's daytime or nighttime, I am very paranoid. I have to have my doors and my grills locked. Once the grill is locked, the doors can remain open. And each time similar situations happen, my mind goes back to years ago how my grandmother's grill was open, not wide open enough, but you see, it's pull up but not locked. And a lady was running from a man, and she runs straight by my grandmother veranda. So every now and then it comes back to me. Close your grill, close your grill, close your grill. And especially the fact that our home is not fenced. So anybody can walk through the property at any point in time. Boy, I tell you, I tell you. When somebody can pay a man, kill a baby and kill our mother, no little level of consciousness. They have a job to do and they're going to do it. And part of what resonates with me at service on Sunday is the fact that the minister said, even if you don't deny Christ, you don't deny God in any part in a particular situation. If you come upon if a situation comes up on you, whereas you're asked to deny God, even if you don't deny God, what state is your soul in? So I don't deny God, but if my soul is still not right and that individual takes my life, I'm still in trouble with God. And it just caused me to think deeper. and to even realize more. Not that I didn't know, but it's sinking deeper and deeper and deeper to know that if there's any little fault in me, then I might not make it into the first resurrection. So, yes, I may not deny God in that situation, but prior to that, was I living a holy life pleasing God? So, serving God is no joke. It's no joke. And every day, I become so fearful. Fearful in the sense that I don't even want to sin in my thoughts. Because while you may outwardly do the actions, an individual cannot see the heart. They don't know the mind. They don't know what you're thinking at that moment, whether your thoughts are clean or whether they are unclean. Only God knows. And sometimes the foolishness that comes up in my mind, our minds, causes us to sin. And so serving God is not easy, but it's very possible. And others have done it, and they are written in scripture as examples for us. And so I know that I personally can do it. Not by myself, but with the help of the Almighty. So I don't fear living in this world. What I fear most is existing and I am not living a life that's holy and pleasing unto God. Because I don't know when my soul will be required of Him. And with these things that are happening in the world, I can leave my home and don't return. And these are the things that concerns me. It's not like, all right, I know that it's not like I personally know that at certain time of the month I am going to receive my salary. That's definite. That's sure. It's not like you knowing how many pieces of clothing you have, how many pairs of shoes you have. It's not like you knowing what color your eyes are, or whether or not you have a few gray hairs on your head. It's not like you knowing, okay, I am going to cook rice and peas and chicken and fish and pork and dumpling and callaloo. It's not like you getting up um the next morning thanking the Lord Almighty for his mercies towards you and say, oh, I am going to exercise, I am going to make my um green smoothie, I am going to take a shower, I am going to tidy up the house, then I'm going to take a walk, I'm going to look for a family member, I am going to go to work. After work, I want to stop by the supermarket. After the supermarket, I'm not going to cook today, so I'm just going to come home and relax. Hmm. None of us knows when our soul is going to be required of the Lord. And I imagine that, let me say, none of those persons knew that those things were going to happen to them at the moment when it happened. Probably in the 13-year-old girl's case that was raped, she knew that there was a chance that she could remain alive and she could die. But she took the chance. She took the chance. That was her. Those were the last persons she saw. Hmm. I remember another um situation. I was actually watching a YouTube video. I was watching a video on YouTube, and it also concerns me that we as a people, we love to take out our phones and record any and everything that's happening on the streets. Sometimes they do make sense, other times they don't. And this teacher was in a taxi going home among other persons. Did she know that she would not have made it home? Did she know that there, that place would have been where she took her last breath? None of us knows. And it goes to show that we can't waste away our lives. But not everyone will come to serve the Lord. I think everybody knows that by now. And nobody is supposed to be forced to serve the Lord. That should be an individual choice, and that decision should be based on their understanding. Nevertheless, I thank God for renewed mercies daily, because if He didn't choose to have mercy upon me, I would not be here to record this video so that you and others could watch. So I am thankful and I am grateful. So as you go about your daily business, whatever it is that you're doing, when you're at home, take caution. All right. Don't say because you're at home you're completely safe. Still try to protect yourself in whatever way you can. So if you have to lock up your grills and your doors, lock them, because you don't know who might be running. And bam, they get to your door, turn your knob or push that door, and bam, they're inside your home. Another video that I also saw was this lady was trying to escape a stalker, and she didn't go to her house, she went to somebody else's house. So the man who was stalking her believes that's where she lives. And I was thinking in my mind, I don't think that move was the right move. Yes, the stalker don't know where she lives, but he now has it in his head that this is where I think she lives. So if he decides to turn up one day at that house, thinking that's where she lives, you know how frightening that could be to that family? Hmm. Ah, boy, some crazy things happening in this world. But guess what? Scripture is fulfilling. Scripture is fulfilling. Ah, boy. Lord, I thank you for your mercies. No, on a different level. Exercising is coming along well. All right. I have been altering what I do on a weekly basis. So I may not stick to one set of activity for a month. I will I will switch them up a bit. All right. So my body can adapt to other exercise pattern. And I have been making my smoothies. I have been making my juices and changing up my diet to be much more healthy. Things that I have not tried before. I'm experimenting with the things that I am preparing nowadays. And I have a funny family. They see me experimenting, and when I ask them, "Do you want some of this?" No. "You want to taste this?" No. "You sure? This tastes good enough?" No. "You sure that not taste? You sure that not taste away?" And I'm like, "It tastes good, man. Try for yourself." No. Okay then. So I am on my journey. All right. They are there by themselves. They don't want to come along with me on my journey. So while I'm on my journey, I just have to embrace my journey. All right. So I am giving God thanks also for the changes that um, I am making, because I went to a dietitian a couple months back, probably sometime in August. Yeah, I think sometime in August. And she was saying to me that when it comes on to my eating habits, I don't have much of a problem. I just need to cut down on my portions and just experiment and try to ensure that I am having meals from the different food groups. And so I'm trying my best with that. Because something's really expensive. Yeah. Healthy eating is expensive, You see, to eat the other little junk things them were unhealthy. Yeah. Your body adjusts to them something there quickly. And so it takes a time when you're trying to change or to make a change for your body to actually develop or get into that routine. So um, I have been taking her advice and working on me little by little. Yeah. So that's that for exercising and dieting. It's coming along quite well. Though every now and then I might experience a little hiccup in the body. And I guess that's part of aging. Because I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not as fit as a fiddle, but I am trying to be fit. Not as a fiddle, but fit. All right. And my birthday is coming up shortly. Mhm. I am an October baby. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully I'll get to spend that well. I know I'll spend it on my own because my family them will go there work and school. So I don't mind though. I don't mind because this will be like one in how many years I get to spend a birthday alone. All right. Outside of before I started to have a family. All right. And I know I'll enjoy this one, because it's been years since I didn't share a birthday with my family. So I'm looking forward to this one. Yeah. So um keep me in your prayers, everyone. Um I do need it, as you know, I am not independent of um, your prayers. So do keep me in your prayers. And I'll do the same for you. And just keep doing good. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Remember to give the video a like or a comment, and share it with a friend or a family member or anyone you think that knows me. All right, so you can go and watch the previous video after you have watched this one. So see you in the next one.